Hey guys, how's it going? This is the Ball Nerd coming at you with another lovely vid. You already know what this one's going to be about because you read the title. Ooh. Obviously, in this one, we're going to be talking about Witherfall's newest album, A Prelude to Sorrow. Um, they were, last year when they came out with their debut Nocturnes and Requiems. To me, they were, I heard the album months after it came out, and I was instantly, blown away by it. So, how does album number two stack up to it? Well, uh, I'm just gonna break down the album, then we're gonna talk about the band a little bit more in general. So, it starts off. The first track is A Prelude to Sorrow. It's a moody, somber, haunting, short intro track. Next up, you have We Are Nothing. It's a very heavy and progressive song that alternates between mid paced and fast portions. And there's also an acoustic portion that starts somber, and then it starts to sound almost hopeful. And then it's back to a very heavy, grinding number. There's awesome variety in just that song. After that, you have Moment of Silence, which is a heavy and catchy progressive song with a lot of variety in tempo and styles. Communion of the Wicked is next. It starts off somber and then it bursts into a very heavy assault. And of course, there's a ton of variation in wizardry in the song. After that, you got Meridian's Visitation. It's a very dark, low key track for most of the duration. And then at the end, there's a sinister bit of atmospheric noise thrown in. After that, you have Shadows, which is a really good mid paced number with a fair amount of variety in the track. Ode to Despair is next up, and it's a very heavy, haunting song. Uh, Next up, you have, I guess, the longest song on there. It's called Vintage. It's an 11-minute epic tour de force of several different styles. And then it caps off with Epilogue, which is an excellent, moody send off for the album. So, how much did I like this compared to their debut? Um, I think this album is going to be more of a grower than their debut was. Their debut, when you listen to it, it was immediately catchy and they got its hooks in you right away. The songs were just a bit of a different style. Just get your hooks in, riffy as hell, catchy, yada yada yada. This one, um, they really went in a really progressive direction on this. The amount of variety that's in like each individual song is honestly pretty amazing. The performances on this album are absolutely stunning. For everything, it's an absolutely fantastic album. It's not nearly as immediate as their debut, but it's really progressive and really interesting. So I've only listened to it, maybe twice now, so I'm kind of still absorbing it, and I think it's going to be a grower. My initial rating of it is going to be 85 out of 100. I think it's excellent, but it's just not as and right now I still prefer their debut, but I could see this one growing on me over the years. Some albums are like that, and I think this is what this one's going to be. And if it starts off in 85, I'm sure I'll just like it more as time goes on. Of course, if you guys, have been following things at all, you know that the singer, Joseph Michael, is also, the new, after Royal Dane passing on, he's the new singer for Sanctuary. And if anyone would be appropriate to be in Sanctuary aside from Worrell, it would be this guy. In fact, when you listen to the Witherfall albums, to me, it's immediately apparent just how much of an influence Nevermore is on their music. It's, to me, kind of what Witherfall is doing with their music is they are kind of taking what Nevermore did and running with it. And what they're doing is even more progressive than what Nevermore did. It's absolutely interesting and definitely worth checking out if you're a Nevermore fan. But even though I'm taught, they don't sound like Nevermore. Don't get me wrong. They're obviously very influenced by them, but they don't sound like them. So anyway, uh, I am absolutely going to my next Amazon order. I'm getting this album. Period. And if you're a fan of progressive metal, really heavy progressive, stuff, and you like nice soaring vocals and awesome guitar wizardry, I'd recommend you get it too. So anyway, that pretty much wraps this up. I know I was a little bit late on putting this review out, but I did a search around before I even bothered to upload this, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of people on YouTube talking about this album, so I thought I would talk about it. That way, at least a few people learn about it. So anyway, if you like this, thumbs up. If you don't like me, thumbs down. Share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.